Morning, Sunil. Morning, Yusuf.
Morning, Mohan. Morning, Sunil.
Good morning. Good morning.
Actually, good evening from my side.
Oh, good evening.
Oh,
Good
good evening.
evening. Good one.
Where you are staying?
Vancouver, in Canada.
Okay.
So I just came back from work.
Okay. Guys, you just speak on. I'll be on mute for a couple of minutes. Okay. Let's wait for others as well. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, Yusuf and Sunil. Yeah, just can we give another minute or so? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Please to join. In the meantime, if you want to discuss anything in specific or any question, please let me know.
Okay. So let's have this 1 minute too. So I work as of now as a business systems senior analyst. I'm managing the NetSuite, Oracle NetSuite, and all other integrated systems with it. So I'm planning to upgrade to Fusion for better career opportunities. That's why I decided to go for this course. So what do you think the transformation will be like? Like, do you think it's going to be easy?
It would be easy. There is no problem, Yusuf. The only thing what other day I said, right? You should not leave that momentum actually. See, now with a very, what do you call, you have taken a decision and you are acquiring the experience and everything is fine. But since this is a new product, you need to spend a little time on the product actually. You need to understand what is the navigation, what are the product feature, functionality, and all those things. Definitely, product will, this learning will provide you great opportunities, no doubt about it. There is whole lot of requirement is there as far as consultants are concerned in Fusion ERP.
Yeah. So we're gonna do an implementation within this course, right?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Awesome. That's what I'm looking for.
I'll be explaining all those things. Not an issue at all.
I trust you, Mohan. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no, definitely. It is helpful. The only thing you need to spend little time on the application.
I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning, Tarani. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Just let's give a minute or so. Maybe Pooja also might be joining. Yeah.
You think it's okay to start?
Good morning, Amitabh. Yusuf and team, just let's give a couple of minutes. Huh? Just hold on. Okay, good morning, everybody on the call. Yesterday, we were looking into the various configurations and how screens are arranged on the system, and all these things are there. Today, what we will do, let's understand the why we are, what is the importance, why this system is required, why so much effort is required, and why it is in so much demand in the first place. There are few cases are there. The first one is your timeliness and flexibility to take the reports from the system and to disseminate the information from the system, and ease of use. Okay, all these things. Apart from that, how your system is structured is very basic accounting principles. Basically, see, most of the commercial organizations work on for the profit. This is true. Okay, how we calculate the profit? It's a very simple equation: sales minus cost. Okay, here let me write the symbol name minus. Okay, minus is this symbol.
I don't think you're sharing your screen.
My
Yes, screen is
apologies.
not visible.
My apologies. Please forgive me. Forgot to share the screen. There is a regular
No
culprit
problem.
from my side. Yeah, you are able to view my screen, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Say sales minus cost. Okay. If I put the numbers here, say 100 is the sale and say cost is 80. Now what is the profit here? Profit is 100 minus 80. How much it is? 100 minus 80. It is 20. 20 is the profit. It's a very simple equation, right? Do you agree with me or not?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is at a very high level. Everybody, each one of us knows about this particular equation. Okay. Now, let's add little more information to this. Say, I am selling or manufacturing, say, pressure cookers. Okay. Why I take this example is it's little funny actually. Somebody can say, why you have not taken motor cars? Because pressure cooker is a unique product and little deviation. Okay, say pressure cooker here. Aluminum is the raw material for it. Say it is 25, and some plastic and maybe anything, whatever it is, maybe 15, maybe labor, another 25, okay, and maybe advertising. I gave a very simple case, okay. How much it is? 65, another 25, how much? 15, yeah, okay. So we broke up it into various heads actually. Okay, see here. What is aluminum cost? What is the plastic? What is the labor? What is the advertisement? And there is a sales price of 100. So remaining profit is 20. Okay. Is there any confusion on this equation? Are we good? Are you able to understand this?
Yeah.
Others also. I got reply from our friend Yusuf. What about others? Is this a rocket science? Are you able to understand it or not?
Yeah, understood.
Okay. Now, all the companies and all the business houses, they work on the similar pattern only. Maybe I gave a very simple example here, but yes, this is the motive in all the cases. Most of the cases, 99.99% of the cases. Okay, it's a commercial activity. They sell something and they spend something, they incur some cost. The remaining value is the profit basically. Sometimes they call it as income over expenditure. Sometimes they call it as profit. Sometimes they call it as retained earnings. Okay, different terms. But at the end of the day, this is the concept in fact. Okay. Now, within the any organization, say for example, I sold say 100 pressure cookers. Okay. And the next question comes up is when we have sold it, or if you are getting a salary, for which month you are getting that salary, or you are paying the taxes, for which year, financial year you are paying the taxes. Okay. So always that is with reference to a time frame. Is this clear? Are you able to understand this point? Time frame. Always time frame is the concept actually. Say for which month you are getting the salary. It is say for example maybe August 2025. Okay. Or July 2025. Is this clear? Always this is with reference to time period in fact. Yes or no? Any question here? If you are paying a rent, your landlord will ask the rent for the month of, for which period you have consumed that facility or asset, whatever it is. You are getting a salary. For which period you are getting that salary. Similarly, you are selling something, your sales numbers. What are the sales numbers during this period? Okay. Is this clear? Are you able to understand it or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I need an answer. Why? Because if you are not confirming me, I'll explain it again. That is the reason. Okay. These are very fundamental points, in fact. Okay. So always this is with reference to a period, in fact, period or time basically. Okay. Now another concept is, say here I said 100 is the sale, cost is the 80 and profit is 20. Does these numbers provide complete information? No. Why? Because these are all monetary terms basically. Monetary terms, always we need to tally along with the measurement of money actually. Say for example, how much salary I am getting. Say I am getting salary of 1000 USD. Okay. Or maybe 25,000 INR, Indian rupees, or 5,000 AED. Okay. Similarly, what is the profit? Profit is 20 USD. And what is the sale figure? 100 USD. And what is the cost? 80 USD. And what is the measurement? Always it is the monetary measurement is in the form of currency basically. Okay. Is this clear? Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. One is time period. The second one is currency. Now here if you see, this is aluminum. This is plastic. Sorry, here I wrote the spelling little wrong actually. Yeah, plastic, labor expenses, advertisement expenses, salary expenses, maybe rent expenses, everything. So here we are representing each of my business activity in a specific head basically. That representation we call it as account. What do we call it as? We call it as an account basically. Is this clear?
Can you repeat again?
Say you are spending on labor expenses, or you are spending on advertisement expenses, or you are selling, it's a sales activity. Okay. Or we are paying salaries to somebody. Okay. Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
One second. One second, guys. Some issue with my headphone. Yeah. Are you?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Apologies, some issue. Yeah. See here, we are paying salary, or we are spending something on the advertisement, we are spending something on the labor expenses, or we are buying plastic and aluminum as the raw material, and we are doing some selling activity, that is sales are recorded. Okay. Each one of these events or activities, one or the other activity, we represent it as a account basically. Okay, is this clear, Sunil? I think Sunil asked that.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. So these are the very basic foundation basically. These are the primary things in fact. Okay. This account, this currency, this particular period, these things all putting together. Let me give an example. I am paying salary for the month of July 2025, an amount of $1,000 salary. If you see, it is a complete sentence basically. What we are paying? We are paying towards the salaries. How much amount? $1,000 for which month or for which period? It is for the period of July 2025. Okay, it's a complete statement in fact. So if you are spelling something or if you are mentioning a number, especially monetary representation without a currency code, it does not convey any meaning in fact. Say I say 1,000, I gave you 1,000 salary. No, it does not convey any meaning. It should be carried along with the, or it should be mentioned along with the USD or INR or AED or GBP, any currency code. Similarly, the profit also, not profit, the time frame, time period is required. Okay, and for what is the purpose, what we are gaining out of it, or for what purpose we are spending it, or if you are acquiring something. Say you bought a motor car for a business delivery related purposes, or you bought a machinery to produce something, or you have acquired certain copyrights by paying some amount. Okay, all these expenses or all these income related activities, always they should be mentioned along with a currency code. Okay, so these are the very basic things in the system. Okay, so how all these three putting together, we record in a book called ledger. We record them in a book called ledger. Now what I'll do, I'll add little bit more dimension to this discussion actually. Now, say for example, I am receiving 4 tons of aluminum, or I am buying 4 tons of aluminum, say for example. Okay, 4 tons costing me 2,500 USD per ton into 4. How much it is? 10,000 USD. Okay. Now here what is happening? Let me explain. The first thing is we are receiving aluminum into the organization or into your warehouse, wherever you are stocking your raw material. How much we are receiving? It is worth of $10,000. Okay, and will anybody will give you aluminum at free of cost? You have to pay for it, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have to pay him, say in the form of cash you are paying. Okay. Now how much you are paying? You have to pay 10,000. Now, if I analyze this transaction, the aluminum value in my warehouse is increased to the extent of 10,000 basically. Yes or no?
Yes,
and
it was debited.
Yes, cash is decreased to this extent. There is in my cash, right? My say for example, I'm paying for this aluminum, say hard cash I'm paying. To this extent, the value is reduced, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yes or no? Remaining team also. Sunil, Ahmad, Tarani, Amitabh. Is this clear? Is this concept? One aspect is increasing. Other aspect is decreasing. Okay. If you understood this, I'll take it forward from here. Otherwise, I'll explain it again.
Understood.
Understood.
All good.
Yeah. Now, this increase and decrease, say with reference to a company called A Limited. A Limited is a company, an organization, and this guy or this company is preparing the aluminum or manufacturing the pressure cookers, and he is selling it in the market. Okay. With reference to A Limited, my A Limited's aluminum stock has been increased to the extent of 10,000 USD, and there is a decrease in the cash to the extent of 10,000. So what is the net impact at the A Limited? 10,000 minus 10,000 means its value
0.
got changed actually. Okay. And this impact, whatever we give in the books of or in the ledger of A Limited, even I do not want to complicate this, with reference to A Limited, this is called accounting basically. Just simply identifying something, whatever is going out and whatever is coming in. Something is increasing, something is decreasing. Are we clear about this increase and decrease?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This is called accounting. Very, very fundamental understanding this is. I do not want to complicate the things at this point of time. We need to identify what is increasing and what is decreasing. In this case, it is a clear case. My cash is definitely decreasing and my aluminum is increasing. Okay. This is the accounting process actually. And we record it with reference to a limited organization or a company. And wherever we record this accounting, it is called a ledger. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the accounting functionality. Now, in the system, we define all these things. Very, very basic thing actually. Yeah. Okay, fine. Any questions here? Are we good? If you want to just sync this thing, I give you a minute or so. Let me know, no problem. Or if you want me to present it again or discuss it again, I'll do so. Not an issue. Yeah. Just think about it. No problem.
I think it's good. Yeah. You can move on.
Yes, Yusuf. Okay. Fine. Now, let's take it forward from here. In the system, in general ledger, we create this increase and decrease. Okay, this is the accounting entry. Let me take you through that process actually, how it works and how it looks in the system. Okay. Let's navigate to. I already logged on to the application. Okay, by providing the. If you need, I'll sign out completely and I'll log in again. Just 1 second. Let me close out. Okay. How do I log into the application? You need to refer to this particular instance sheet, whatever has been provided by our team. Okay. Copy this URL and paste it in your URL placeholder on the browser. I'm using the Firefox browser. Either you can use Firefox or Google Chrome. These two are good. Here, this is the login page. Here, I'm using a user called kc.brown. Okay, again, let me refer back to my sheet. If you see the row number 3, there are users are provided. Either you can use fin_impl or kc.brown. Why? Because we are using a financials file. And below that row number 4, there is a password is there. Just copy it and paste it in this placeholder called password. Yeah. Then click on sign in. Okay. I'm not storing this password onto my browser, or you can do so, no problem. Okay. This is my home page. Now I am navigating to general accounting. Okay, general accounting, the place where we have all the accounting entries. Okay, just before going into the journal entry, I would like to put some details here. Say, for example, A Limited is buying this particular raw material from, say, Z Limited. Okay, and whenever there is a transaction, purchase transaction, here somebody supplies it, right? It's a supplier. And they will provide an invoice also. Invoice means record of the transaction. This invoice will have the value $10,000. In how many days they have to pay? Say sometimes they say you pay it in 10 days or 20 days or 30 days. Or maybe where to ship it, where the bill to send, and again, which project they might be using, or what kind of description it is required. All these things, right? Whatever the transaction related details, we record it in a concept called subledger. Okay, wherever your transactional information is stored and recorded, it is called subledger. What are the various subledgers in our application or even in the normal course of the business is accounts payable, accounts receivables, maybe cost management, okay, and assets, maybe procurement. Procurement is your purchase orders basically. Okay, like this, very different areas are there. All these things we call them as subledgers basically. Okay, in financials, what are the various subledgers we might be discussing is AP, AR, cash
Expenses.
management. I'll come there. Cash management, assets. Okay, and there is a module called expenses, which we may not be discussing in detail, but yes, this is with reference to the reimbursement of the expenses, employee expenses with the travel or any other organization related thing. Like this, you have the option to record all these things in fact. Okay, and here we enter all the transactional related details. This accounting part or accounting entries we record or we transfer to a module called general ledger, or it is also called general accounting. Okay, in application terminology, it is called general accounting. This is the place where we record it in fact. And let me go navigate back to my home page again. If you see, this is general accounting tab, and within this, journals is the area or application. Okay, is this clear to all? Are we good? Any questions?
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Now let's try to represent one or create one accounting entry. In order to create an accounting entry, I am navigating to this task pane, and within the task pane there is a create journal is there. Okay. Here, why I'm explaining this entire form is there are two reasons. One is I need each one of you as consultants, not an end user. Definitely no. Okay. Consultant means you need to design the system and you need to enable an organization to use the system. Okay. That is first point. In order to gain that kind of knowledge and experience, we need to go through this basic functionality. You need to know about these fields. In the normal course of business, what happens is all the transactions are recorded in the respective subledgers and accounting is created automatically and transferred to the general account. Okay, but we can view that accounting through these journal entries only. But as a consultant, you should know what is this entire thing actually, how this debit and credit and what is this happening. Okay. And there are other ways also to enter a journal entry into the system or this journal. Okay, this thing, aluminum 10,000 increase and cash 10,000 decrease kind of thing. Okay. Now let me go back to the application here. You see, there is a create journal tab or task basically. I'm here. The moment I clicked on that, these are the details I'm finding here. Okay. Now, say there is a journal batch is there. Journal means say journal batch. And within that, you have the journal 1, journal 2. Like this, you can enter any number of journals basically. Okay. What is this journal? Journal is nothing but this accounting impact basically or representation in the system. Okay, this thing, this part actually. Okay. And if something is increasing, it is recorded with a debit aspect. If something is decreasing, it is recorded with a credit aspect. Okay. Even till you get identified or till the point you are comfortable with the concept of understanding this increase and decreasing, do not bother about this debit and credit for the time being. Just try to identify this increase and decrease also. Okay, that is one point. The second thing is that in the system, you need not create or design any accounting in the first place. No, not required. Why I'm telling is in the system, through the architecture of or design of the product, accounting scheme of accounting is already decided. You don't do anything, just simply you configure the application of it. Okay, what do I mean to say? There is a purchase transaction. To identify the supplier related aspect, we have a placeholder in the form of a liability account. We provide that account in the system, which is being provided by your end user or the company where you are implementing. The finance department has to provide that account to you. We will ask them. Similarly, in expenditure account, they have to tell you what is that account. Okay, so don't bother about it now at least. In the initial stages, definitely understand the concept. That's it. Other than that, do not worry about all this accounting, how will I design and all those. Already, scheme of accounting entries are provided by the product itself. Okay. Now, let me go back here. Okay. Here, whenever I'm saying a journal, it is resembling your book actually, a book. Say in the book, I have say chapter 1, okay, or chapter 2, chapter 3, like that. Or say, for example, Mohan is the data entry operator, okay, and his manager said, boss, you enter, say, 10 journals. All these journals, he said, you enter. What Mohan will do? He create a journal batch basically. Okay. And one first journal, second journal, third journal, like that he will create. The journals might be, the batch might be, say, all rental expenses, or maybe some adjustment entries during a period close, or maybe any kind of grouping. It is a journal basically, journal batch basically. Here, what I will do, I will create a batch, say UNG 700 JV batch 1. Yeah, just I gave this name basically. And whatever entities we create in the system for our batch, I use this naming convention UNG 700 as a prefix, so that easily we can identify. Okay. Now here, if you see, there is a batch balance type is there. This is the actual expenditure. Okay, so it defaulted to actual. There is another type balance is also there, encumbrance. It will be originating from your requisition and purchase order, which is not an actual accounting entry. It works along with the budgetary control. We will revisit that in future. Okay, as of now, just you leave it. Then there is an accounting period is there. Accounting period is this reference of time basically, for which month, which period, when this particular journal batch or JV is going to be created in the system. Okay. Yes, Tarini, anything you want to highlight? There is a straight line drawn on the screen.
No, wrongly touched it.
No problem. Fine, that's fine. Okay, if you have any question, please let me know. Yeah. Say,
Yeah.
this is the accounting period. Say for the month of August 2025. Okay, we are creating this journal batch. Okay, then say somebody wants to provide certain supporting documents, or whenever you are sending any mail to somebody, you can attach some documents, right? Or any government or bank related aspect you are doing. Nowadays, it is becoming very common thing. We can upload or attach the supporting documents in that. Here also, the option has been provided. Either you can attach a file, or you can put some text or a URL also. Just simply browse this locator. Maybe here on the desktop, I have some test document somewhere. Okay, maybe anything you can upload basically. Okay, here anything, say for example, asset categories US stock. Okay, I uploaded occasionally. You can provide some test attachment, some description basically. Okay, say okay. Okay, is this clear? The attachment functionality. Okay, now on the right hand side at the batch level, you can see the source from where we are creating. I'm creating it through a manual source, actually means right from the beginning. I'm creating this JV right from the scratch within the uh, application itself. So it is called a manual source. Otherwise, your journal entries might be coming up from any of these sources, but any subledger. Basically, it can be an AP, it can be an AR. AP stands for accounts payables. AR stands for accounts receivables. Then cost management or assets or procurement Okay, anything, any source, other source basically. Okay. This in this case, in case of manual or where I'm creating this journal entry directly on the application itself, it is called manual source. Okay, it got defaulted automatically. Otherwise, the other sources they will be generated through the application directly. We need not do anything. Okay. Then the next one is there is an approval status is there. Let me tell you what is an approval. Say, where is our Mohan? Yeah, say Mohan is there. Mohan is a data entry operator. Yesterday we discussed this example. Okay, so Mohan is data entry operator, and Mohan's manager is Yusuf. Okay, and where are the names? Yesterday we created the names also, right? Yeah, sorry. Okay, say Mohan, then Yusuf, then Pooja. Okay. So here, whatever the work done by Mohan, it has to be supervised by Yusuf, say, for example. At one level, I'm creating this relationship. Mohan's manager is Yusuf, and he has to approve everything. Okay. This approval process, say, whatever he has to supervise or approve, right? System automatically sends a notification. Yesterday or day before yesterday, we have seen the notification part. Notification is in the form of a letter or in the form of a mail or in the form of an application thing also. Okay, on the application, we can open the notifications from here actually. Okay. In this case, it is not required. We can enable and we can see that particular option. Okay. And there is a fund status is there. Fund, what is a fund status? Fund status is a process where they plan for the expenditure, future expenditure. Say, for example, you want to go for a holiday in the month of October. Say Europe holiday you want to go, and for your family, the total expenditure is coming up to say 70,000 USD. Obviously, you will plan for that expenditure, right? Or similarly, if you want to buy an apartment or a property, okay, it's going to be some 300,000. Definitely, you will check your monetary resources if that kind of amount is available or not. If it is not available, you will try to acquire those funds, maybe by way of a loan or maybe some help from somebody. It can be anything, but definitely we will look into acquire those funds, right? That is a planning basically. Okay. Organizations also similarly they plan for such kind of acquiring the funds or arranging the funds for the future expenses. This process is called budgetary control. Okay. And in budgetary control, sometimes what they do, they reserve the funds also. Say something you are going to buy, whether funds are available or not, they check actually. Okay. That is, this funds status not attempted. And these things are automatically updated by the system. As a user, you need not do anything. Okay. Then there is a batch status is there.
So, Mohan, this fund status, is that amount will show in this field, or how can it will show?
Here, amount will not be shown. Here, it will be shown with the status only. But definitely, the fund status, if somebody wants to check, they can check also, not an issue, as far as amounts are concerned.
So, what all the status is in this? It's, now it's showing not attempted. So,
now it is not attempted. Why? Because we have not enabled the budgetary control. Okay. If budgetary control is enabled, say for a particular period or for a particular year, your budget Okay, you have allocated some $10,000 for the printing and stationery, say for example. Okay, $10,000 for printing and stationery. And what is the objective of this process is it will record the actual expenses till 10,000. Once it hits greater than 10,000 USD, right? There will be controls we can enable in the system. Maybe you can you can get a warning from the system, or it will stop the transaction completely. It will put a hold. It will say, boss, already you reached the limit of 10,000, whatever budget you have planned. So no more further spending on that particular transaction or particular nature of the expenditure. In this case, it is printing and stationery. Okay. There are different kinds of controls are there. At this point of time, I do not want to complicate the discussion, but the statuses would be funds failed or maybe error or maybe something else. Generally, you get the status of failed if funds are not available. Okay. But it happens at the respective subledger level. Okay. We don't enter anything within the GL entry for any kind of expense fiscal. Always it originates from the subledger. Subledger, I mean accounts payables, accounts receivables kind of thing. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, here it is posted or unposted is there. Batch status is posted. Now let me go back here. Now say there is some expenditure is there and there is say aluminum we bought and cash is going out. To this extent, my cash is decreasing to the extent of 10,000. My aluminum balance is increasing to this extent. This increase and decrease impact, whatever I'm giving it in the system, it is called a process of posting. Okay, the impact of providing that account increase or account decrease, balance increase or balance decrease, this process we call it as posting. Okay, and this, in order to have this posting thing, we need to post this journal entry in the system. That is where the status is showing as unposted. Okay, we will see what is posting and where it is happening in fact. If you see, there is one post button is there. So we click it and it will post. And all these processes we can automate also. Okay, no worries in fact. Okay, we will see that. But as a concept, yes, it is available. Okay. Then the next one is complete status, completion status. Okay, let me come back here. Say there is a journal batch is there and we are going to create say some 10 journals are there. Yusuf said, Mohan, please enter all these 10 journals or 6 journals into the system. Okay. Mohan entered 3 journals as of now. Remaining 3 he is yet to enter. He went for lunch and he is yet to enter the remaining things this week. Okay. So he will keep it in the status of incomplete. Why? Because he is yet to come back and he is to post basically at this journal batch level basically. Okay. He has to enter all 6 journals, but he entered only 3 only. So his activity is not completed. Or even if you are writing some essay, you write it and you went for lunch or cup of coffee or tea, again you come back and again you complete that story or essay, whatever you are writing. In a similar manner, in the application also, if you are doing something, you keep it with a status of incomplete. Okay, or once the work is completed, you can go and change, make this, click this button complete, so it can be posted. Okay, this is one of the controls basically. Then let's go to one journal within this journal batch. Okay, yeah, let me quickly give, say, JV batch 1, and we are giving an description. Description means why we are creating this particular thing. Say, for example, maybe adjustment entry, okay, and demo. Just I'm giving something. And here, if you see, the next field is ledger. Okay, ledger means with reference to A Limited here in our example. This is the means an organization. Okay, this is the ledger which keeps all the accounting report. This acts as a reporting accounting entries repository at any given point of time. Okay, this is called US primary ledger. In this case, our ledger name is US primary ledger, and there is an accounting date is there. Here it is accounting period, here accounting date. Let me tell you here. Say I have my calendar, accounting calendar, or calendar looks like this. Say Jan, Feb. Okay, let me put the dates, periods completely. November, December. My January period is 1st Jan to say 25 to 31st Jan 25. Okay. And how, what is the February? Feb is say the 1st February 25 to 28 February 25. Similarly, March is 01 March 25. March, how many days? 31 days. 25. Okay. Like this, if I go to December 01 December 25 and 31st December 25. Okay, like this, if you see your calendars are having dates completely. Say if I am entering any activity in the month of August, say for example, I have the August period calendars are like this 2025 to 31st August 25. Okay, this is your accounting period. Let me highlight this. And these are your dates basically within a period. Okay, at the batch level, we provide the period. At the account journal level, we provide the accounting date. Why? Because say Mohan is entering journal 1 on 1st August, journal 2 on 4th August, journal 3 on 7th August, journal 4 on 10th August, journal 5 on some other date. Like this, journal's date might be changing the transactions history. Okay. And say, for example, he is creating an adjustment JV, or maybe something else, an accrual JV, or maybe some carried interest, or anything it can be. This category highlights the specific indication or maybe purpose in fact. Okay, so we say an adjustment entry means something they are creating as an adjustment history. Okay. Say here you have the currency code. As I mentioned, the monetary measurement here. This is the part. Currency is, we will tell the system whether it is an USD or GBP. Let me click on this drop down here, the arrow which you are finding. There are so many currencies are there defined in the system. Okay. Let me give a brief background about the currencies also. There is an organization called ISO. ISO stands for the International Standards Organization. This organization need to accept a currency code that need to be used across the world. Okay. As of now, there are 188 currency codes are updated, 189 precisely, if I have to say. Okay. All the ISO accepted currency codes are available in your system. The currency code example is USD, INR, GBP, AED, anything it can be. Any currency code, say INR. Or AUD stands for Australian dollar. Okay, like this. There are 188 or 189 currency codes. If I go here, you can see all the currency codes actually. The only thing is we need to enable them. We will see that in the system going forward. Okay. This currency code, every ledger will have a default currency code basically. Say if you are conducting the business in United States of America, it got a country's currency is USD. They have to maintain the accounts in USD. Say if I am operating in Dubai, Middle East, okay, Emirati country, Dubai is using AED, okay, that is Arabian Emirates dinar basically, okay, dirham, sorry. Again, if you take the case of England or Britain, they use GBP. GBP stands for Great Britain pound. Say if one is operating in Australia, it is AUD, Australian dollar. Or if you are conducting business in INR, that is India, it is Indian rupee. Okay. So these currency codes are available. Okay. And just let me add little discussion to this. Say for example, I am conducting business in India, so I need to maintain my books in INR. But there is a transaction had come up in USD. Okay. So we need to enter in terms of USD. Say $1 equal to 87 rupees in current date, basically, or 87 or 86 precisely to say. You know this concept, the exchange rates concept, $1 equal to 87 rupees, or $1 equal to 3.45 AED, or maybe $1 equal to 1.5 Australian dollar. Like this, the conversion gets happening actually. Okay. So if there is a non-ledger currency, say in this case, this ledger is being represented with a currency of US dollar. But here, if you want to enter a GBP here, pound sterling, system automatically provides this conversion rate actually. Okay. Of course, we need to provide the speed, or we need to enter these exchange rates in the system. But it is available as a functionality here. The conversion automatically provides, provided that it is available in the system, or you can enter it here also. Say, for example, I do not know the rate. Okay. I can go and I can enter, say 0.9. Okay. These exchange rates are this conversion rates we can enter in the system. Let me bring it back to the ledger currency. Okay, in the case of ledger, it is exchange rate of 1 to 1. Always these conversions happen with reference to a date, in fact. Okay, is this clear or complicated? Are we good? Any questions?
All good, all good.
Others?
Clear.
Sunil,
Yeah, it's clear.
Dharani, Amitabh, Yusuf, I think Ahmad Ullah. Can you introduce yourself? I hope this is your first class, right?
Hello.
Yes, Ahmad.
Good
Welcome on
morning,
board.
sir. Thank you. My name is Mohammed Ahmed. I'm a BCom student. I'm in my final year. Yes.
Okay. Oh, where are you located, Ahmad?
I'm located at Malakpet.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So we call you as Ahmad or Ullah. How do
Ahmed.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Team, any questions? Amitabh, Sunil, Tarani, Yusuf, Ahmad. Are you able
No
to
from my side.
understand these things, the concepts?
Yes, not it.
Okay. What I'll do, I'll start the session here. Okay, let's continue from here tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow at the same time, 7 a.m. Now, any of you, if you have the formalities are not completed, please complete the formalities so that the team will provide you the passcode to access all this content and the recordings also. Today is the last demo class, the first 3 demo classes, whatever we have planned actually. From tomorrow onwards, we will be going into some more detailed discussion. Okay, please get in touch with the team and complete the formalities. Yeah.
Okay. I have one question and
Yes,
one
please.
comment.
Yeah.
So I'll start with a question. If you can just go back to the application, please, for the general entry.
Yeah.
So in the general entry, when you go to the category, it says adjustments. Can you just open the drop-down menu, please? Yeah. So does this define the nature of the general entry itself? For example, if I saw one of them is like credit memo. So does that mean it will reflect as a credit memo somewhere?
It is reflecting as a credit memo, or maybe a payment, or it may be a payroll journal, or it may be something. It may be originating from your subledger. Say, for example, purchase
so that means
invoices.
the category defines the nature of the journal entry, right?
Yes, it defines the nature of the journal entry. It tells you.
And then all of them are expenses, right?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They say, for example, here it is receiving is there, or receipts is there. Okay, or maybe reconciled payment. Okay, this is an entry basically, or there is a requisition is there. It's a sales invoice is there.
Oh, I get it. I got it now. Yes. Okay. I thought it's an expense as well.
No,
So even
so
if you enter a sales order, also you can use a general entry here, right?
Journal entry, yes. We can create, maybe on the sales order, they find some adjustment they want to enter. Maybe that is with reference to the sales order.
Okay. And then you put it in the line items in the accounts, right?
Yes, exactly. Even we can define our own categories as well. We will see how to define that.
Okay, I got it now. Now this is my question. Thank you for answering my question.
No worries, Yusuf.
Thank you so much. My comments, is that okay for my colleagues here in this class, if possible, if you don't mind, please, like, be on time starting tomorrow, so we can utilize most of the time instead of waiting. I would really appreciate if we can be on time for everyone.
Yeah. I also request the team. Yeah. If you start by if we can start by maybe 7 or 7:1. Yeah, it should be fine. Actually, otherwise others are waiting. That will be taken care of, Yusuf. We will try our level best to start on that time. Yeah?
Thank you so much for you and for everyone. I mean, like,
Yes.
we're just trying to get the maximum out of your knowledge.
Yes.
So we need to like, this 5 minutes makes difference, obviously.
Yes, yes, definitely, yes. Yeah. Okay, team. Let's connect back tomorrow at 7 a.m. India time. Yeah, please complete the formalities so that we can take it forward from here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. Thank
Bye-bye.
you, guys.